Yeah. Huh. Would you brought your friend? Would you brought your friend? How much? 86 for 9.
2 days back only he came from India. Now only.
Yeah. You're working here? No.
Started master degree.
Oh, nice. The genius guy.
I guess your age 21.
Nice. காலையில் 185 ஒரு பஸ் இருந்துச்சு. அதில் ஆனால் இங்கே வர இந்த ஸ்டாப் வராது போல, முன்னாடியே திரும்பிடுச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் ரெண்டாவது ஒரு பஸ் ஏறணும், அதுதான் இது வரைக்கும் கொண்டு வந்து டைம்.
Okay, Prashant.
Yes.
Excellent. Thanks very much, brother.
Thank you.
Nino's going to get you a coffee. He's going to get you one. This is your cookie as well. You deserve it.
You want it. You want it.
Now you can eat. Before, no.
9 for 87. The online scoring has actually been working properly the whole time we've been off here.
Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Pepsi Cup Prague 2019.
Oh,
You join us for game 1 of day 2. We have Mad Dogs Cricket Club of New York, and they are 87 for 9 against the Czech Republic A second 11 national team. Part of that may or may not be correct. Thank you to everybody for joining us today. We're all set for another glorious day of cricket in the Czech Republic, the home of cricket.
yeah, it was an issue with the settings. But he worked it out.
That's still the first one,
Yeah.
isn't it? Second one was over there.
2 overs to go. Yeah, we started
Skip
late.
it out.
As we see Hilal bowl a fairly filthy full toss, eyes on the square leg umpire, who says that was a legal delivery. He says it was above waist height. I think it was about armpit height, but that's why he's the umpire. Do you want to? Oh, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no, boss. We are hoping for a decent day of weather. It's certainly very, very fresh, very chilly today. But it is early morning in September in Prague, so you can be well assured that we'll be going through plenty of coffees, plenty of cakes today. Hashtag Cake Watch. You may be able to hear a gentleman You can see the number on his back, number 17. That's Captain Chris Pearce, captain of the Czech Republic, second 11 A national team. He's wildly gesticulating. He's now managed to point in all 360 degrees of the field in the space of about 6 seconds. Mad Dogs are 99 for 9 after 19 overs, all the nines. I'm now counting the number of field changes that Chris Pearce has made in the final over. We're on to 9 changes in the last 15 seconds and counting. No, he's not quite happy with long off's position, so we asked him to move a few steps to the left, a few steps to the right, do the hokey cokey, and check it all about. As we see a blind swing gain a healthy edge, and it's nicked through the slip region, the vacant slip region, for 4. There's another field change from Chris. There's another one. And there's the 50 up in the 20th over. Valiant effort, scoring over half of his team runs. Marches down the pitch, gains a good connection, but it's just a bit slow down there. Good recovery by the fielder who whizzes it in. Yep, eyes on Chris again. That's another field change and another one. And he's moving himself. No, he's called him in. He's called long on in. Then he's pushed him back. Chris has put himself at short cover for the number 11. And those field changes go in vain. We're watching Chris again. All eyes on Chris. Yep, there's one. Oh, there's another. There's 2 field changes. And a wild swing by the batsman who's just reached his 50. There's 2 field changes by Chris. And there's another wild swing. Point is slow to get off the mark there. It's trickling down to third man. And a bit of relay fielding keeps it to 2. Again, strong area there, down to deep mid-wicket. It's 2 runs and then a few fumbles. Helps him get an overthrow off the final ball of the innings. And that brings to close Mad Dog Cricket Club's innings.
.107 before the last ball. So what did they go for?
And Mad Dogs Cricket Club finish on 110 for 9 off their 20 overs. Against the Czech Republic, 18. join us again in about 5 to 10 minutes time for the second innings, where Czech Republic A team will be chasing 111. Thanks to everybody for your patience while we were dealing with a few technical issues. After this game, we will be streaming 2 more T20 games this afternoon. Do send in your comments as you're watching. We would be more than happy to hear from you. Do also follow us, Czech Cricket. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have the YouTube. Did I say we have an Instagram? Follow us on all the social media, and if you're free, then do feel free to drop down to Vinoř Cricket Ground in Czech Republic, where we have some of the finest baristas making some of the finest coffees available in Prague. Join us again in just a few minutes for the resumption of the game. Second innings, Czech Republic A will be chasing 111 against Mad Dogs Cricket Club. The tension is palpable.
Sorry, sir. Sir, can we do anything between now right now?
Let me see.
I have to do that. I have to do go to batting right now. I don't know. The problem is coming from here. This part.
Yes.
Somewhere there. The point batting. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so you thought when you were throwing, you throw like this or like over?
I was actually going to say that.
Oh, you're on ground. You're the famous. Yeah, I always see
Oh, okay.
I always see you scoring 200 something. But I've never seen you.
Oh, okay. I don't like something.
Have you had problems?
I had like little, like this much. It just happened today. Like it's pinning me a lot. I feel like my hand is getting paralyzed.
Okay, why do you feel that? Is it because
It's like
numb?
this one. His hair is fine. Yeah, but just somewhere hair.
Problems with drive string. There's some keys.
This is the right.
Yeah, but I put like this key, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to copy and paste this key next. I did. But the problem is with that.
Oh, thank you. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
we did try that.
technology.
I even downloaded OBS for mine, switched everything over to that, but it wasn't like it recognised that it was a camera,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't actually
Me no.
get it.
Me no.
Yeah, tried everything. And we were all frustrated. Finally, sent to just sit down, and he was still 20 minutes before, and he just kept trying absolutely everything. He went on forums,
Are you getting any?
everything. Yeah.
It's good. Good that you didn't get my drop.
It's not. It's just like.
Yeah. And Mino, do we have any gel?
No. We just have. No, we don't. We just have the spray. We just need to clean that first.
Is everything running okay here?
Now it is, yes.
Thanks for the
So if you
sunflower.
just.
What happened?
Oh, it's just,
Don't worry, don't worry.
it was nothing to do with connection or anything. But it's something to do with a bit of a mind. We need to find something right before. It's sometimes it's third day now in Czech Republic. We just moved from India. We met Karel. Nice to meet you. But Carell is something set up with one.
No.
So because of Carell that was I just think yeah. You just need a bit of massage and loosening up. It's a bit better. Just keep your arm behind your back, but like keep it locked so your elbow is more like pointing. Your elbow pointing up a bit more like here. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. And now just push your elbow towards. Make sure your posture is like this. That's straight. Your chin up. Yeah. That's good. Now keep this here. And now just push your elbow gently towards here. Yeah. Just towards here. Not there. Just push your next side. And forward. Yeah.
Sean, do we have tape?
No, you have a tape.
So just point your elbow forward. Put pressure here. Put pressure now. Resist. And then push it back. Just resist forward. Yeah? Yeah, that's good. So we're just trying to loosen up the muscles there. Hopefully that feels okay.
Maybe not so many cut shots.
This is super tape.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So that's one of the things.
Oh.
Now just loosen up a bit. Just your shoulders. Just go like that. But make sure it's good. Because once you get injured here, he will live. He will live.
One of the.
When you get injured here, you need to make sure that you also loosen your shoulders because then
Yeah.
once it becomes weak here, your
Thanks,
shoulders
Just hold it there, yeah. And just
you
get
might
rid of that,
start
yeah.
to feel the shoulders on your weaker as well. Very subtle. It's too much space for you there. Don't do it, honey, you're too old.
I feel it today. I am not a million. How is it?
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. No, it's the beginning of old. You know, once you hit 30. Once you hit 30.
I'm 46. Don't start talking to me about that. You can say that to people who are young.
Don't make me angry. I will show you inside.
I want you to be angry. I want you to smack all these runs really quickly.
Okay, so that's one thing to do. And other thing, you don't have a wall already, so what you, I maybe against the wall, is that push up? Not now, because it's gonna, you risk doing more damage because you put a lot of weight. So you need to do like the lighter stretches against it. We call it like yoga type of thing, calisthenics. So what you need to do, ideally against the wall, or even maybe against like a post.
So,
Like
John T's replied to the email you sent him.
try to do it against this one. So just lean against it gently and put your arms as
So,
far, your elbows
that
as far
did
back.
work yesterday with what he's asking about.
Just gently.
We could issue if you pick a new batsman and then use the back button.
Slowly.
That worked right
Yes.
later on. So I'll write back to him and let him know that.
Keep,
This
keep your
is,
chin here. Keep your chin
um,
here. And then you slowly just reach all the way back up. As far, put your fingers to the sky.
So,
So try and touch my.
I've
my-
already
the
sent
palm
him the
of my
score
hand.
sheet for
Yeah, I
one
know.
of the matches, but there were but
All
it was two
the way
matches.
as
Two
far
matches.
up.
Yeah,
So
the
we
second
can-
Second and third
Thursday.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've got all those score sheets.
Okay.
Mad
So
Dog
I'll
CC.
send him those.
Send him them.
Yeah.
And
Third match, second innings, after 9 overs I stopped because
Yeah.
it was taking.
All the
But he didn't tell me the answer that after the wicket, if there is a wide, it is taking it as a wicket.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is that at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be phoning him. I'm going to be with you, and we're basically like, I'll be talking to him
Mad Dogs CC
and relaying information to you about
எல்லாம் Pepsi Cup Prague
you can
2019
do,
போடுறோம்.
and you questions like so
This is
because you have to score.
BS போட்டு check பண்ணு.
But I'm basically going to talk so that we can
Now,
find
at 10 o'clock
solutions
now.
at 10
Mad
o'clock.
Dogs
But I'll just
CC.
go in.
I know, hex. That's why I'll be talking to him. But
BS
um,
dot
it's we need to get some information from him so that you have the ability to deal with these issues. So the
It's okay.
If-
If you talk to him, just let me know. You'll be there, right?
yeah, I want to pass the information on to you
commentary system.
immediately so that between the two of us we will remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I just take it all in,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose some of it.
Yes.
So I want.
Right. I got it.
So that's mostly the reason why I'm going to be there. So it'll be like, you'll tell me stuff, and I'll tell you when like you've done a ball, and then it's fun. So
Sure. Also,
because
about
there's
this,
a number of other things, things like Mukesh. He's in the system, and I can't edit him in any way other than what he is.
okay.
And so we need to get
Mukesh,
him.
I have put it as
Edward,
Edward,
yeah.
and Akash Sharma
I
I
know.
put it as Samira. So it's
Yeah.
fine, right?
I know. We need to get him the swap, and there's things like that. Of if there's something that he can do while I'm
ரொம்ப
talking to
லேட்டா
him,
போகுது போல.
that will mean that you can do something. And if you like to, maybe it won't be, but if there is, that's why I need to be with you so that we can pass on the information immediately and get a solution.
And this innings it went well. I didn't have any issues.
That's the way it looked.
Other than one issue, I'll show you what it is. But it's not big thing. But still, I took the picture just for my reference so that I can send. If you see, can you see? These all overs. This over, particular bowler, bowled by Sudesh, and it didn't show anything over here.
No details.
And here, on the next ball, if you see, Sudesh took a wicket, it showed that, and then rest of the things are still empty, and again the last ball it showed. So it just something that he needs to do. But I'll send him again today. These things. Okay, see you.
தெரியுதா? ஏய் 15 பேர் இருக்கலாம் லைவ் கொன்றுவேன் 14 பேரா என்னையும் சேர்த்து போயிருங்க டேய் ரொம்ப லேட்டா ஓடுதுடா நான் வந்து அரை மணி நேரம் ஆச்சுடா நமக்குலாம் கமெண்ட்ரி செக்ஷன் டெக்னிக்கல் இஷ்யூஸ் நம்மளாம் பார்த்து
Cricket.
Cricket, mate, yeah? Czech cricket
Talk about
specifically.
what's happening in the game. You just have to make fun of honey. That's all it is. Commentating is just make fun of honey. Good topic. Every time you walk in front of the camera, you're on YouTube. It's still live.
Okay. இதுதான் என் செக்ஷன். இதை தாண்டி நான் எங்கேயும் போக மாட்டேன்.
And we're just about ready for the start of the second innings, where Czech Republic A will be chasing 111 against Mad Dogs Cricket Club from New York. Let's say it's a little bit nippy out there today. First ball comes in, and there's a tentative-looking prod. For no run. And there's another prod. This time it just catches the outside edge. Trickles to the third man for one. Puts Harinigori on strike. We also eat people.
Huh?
That's a lie. I saw you do that.
Yeah, just to observe the area. I realized it was twice.
That was just. For those of you who may have heard that a lady may have peeked behind Gavin, we have the lady right now. Would you like to explain yourself, Nina? I think I might put it in your bag, but I'm not sure. Huh?
Just see.
No, I definitely took it off. There's the first boundary of the innings to Hani Singh. The doctor, during the halftime interval, was called to see Hani Singh. Hani Glory, he likes to go by. The doctor was called to see him due to what seemed like a right arm problem. Luckily, we do have the doctor with us right here. Dr. Joshi, what did you think of Hani Gori's injury? And how were you able to diagnose and treat him in such a quick manner and efficient manner so that he could get out there and play a difficult cut shot there, just second ball? He seemed like a new man. Oh, well, thank you for your commentary so far. Oh, that's another shot there, punched into the covers by Hani Gori. That's 2 falls in a row. Thanks to Dr. Joshi's expert manipulation of his right elbow tendonitis during that brief halftime interval. Dr. Joshi, you were just saying, oh, thank you, Nishan. Yes, so as I was saying, I expertly manipulated his right arm. He seemed like he had a bit of triceps tendonitis there.
What?
Lucky it's something that should not hinder him for too long. Do you know what? No. What's so funny about triceps tendonitis?
Nothing. But you went from elbow tendonitis to tricep tendonitis.
They're associated. Do you not know that?
I do know that.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I do.
Because do you know why? Do you know why? Because in Northampton, you guys just have like 3 patients who comes in with coughs and colds, and you're like, give him a step back of fluids, give him Tazocin, and then like the next day they're like, it's so much better now. Stop spiking. You basically have like a fluffy teddy bear hospital where you give everybody like cesareans for like.
Yeah, you know my job's really easy.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
It's like really easy.
Have any of your patients ever died?
Fuck off. Like, fuck.
I kill my patients all the time. Is that what you want? Is that what you're trying to say?
You think you forgot that?
How
Like,
dare
in the
you say that about my
oncology ward.
patients?
You should
I
try
make
to say
sure that I make sure that none of my patients live it. What type of pathologist do you think I am? Why do you always look away during medical questions? Is it because we were watching that diagnosis thing and you were just like,
you were lost, not me.
what's the difference between United Kingdom and Great Britain? And we're joined and left by a commentator. I believe she just gone to use the facilities. Thank you so much for joining us once again on day 2 of Czech Republic's Pepsi Cup Prague 2019. As there's a loud shout for what seemed to be bat before wicket. A loud inside edge there. And there's another huge shout, and it's given this time by the batsman who's trudging off very, very reluctant. Very, very angrily, and he drops his bat. And the bat has been dropped and fumbled again, once again on the pickup. The batsman replaying the shot several times, and again he's motioning as if he's very upset with that decision. It did look like it was going well down leg. I do like the Mad Dog huddle after that wicket though. I think I heard a woof in that huddle. Well, so you can see in the highlight it was. Do you know how it plays?
Yeah, I know how it plays. I must.
Who's the batsman now? Is Honey and who else? Bilal. One after 2 overs. Key man in this chase is Honey Gori, the man, the myth, the legend, the record breaker, the candlestick maker. Why is that? Because yesterday we weren't getting that.
Actually, it's currently running on lower bit rate. The streaming. If we use higher bit rate,
How do we do
the
that?
data will be.
Oh right. Because
Really?
yesterday we didn't get that warning. I mean, it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
Great running, highlight!
Honey Gori knocks it down to long on for a single. It's Hilal Ahmed on strike. So you managed to take the bus okay and everything?
Sorry?
You managed to get the bus?
Yeah. Actually, yesterday I came with Nishan, so that was a big deal today.
That's good. And that's a very nippy, handy-looking delivery. Coming from round the wicket, Simon into Hilal Ahmed. That looked a very nasty delivery to get first thing in the morning. Do have teams coming from all around the world to play in Pepsi Cup Prague 2019. Day 2 is usually the day where things really start kicking off. Honey Gori narrowly avoids taking a hard ball right to his back. That would have been a nasty throw. And first thing in the morning. I think The umpire is signaling for a free hit there. Simon into Honey Ahmed. He backs away. Wild swing. Very wild swing. Honey Gori, the absolute key wicket here. This could be a key battle here between Simon and Honey Gori. It is more than just a little bit nippy here in Prague in early September. We could do with some outdoor heaters, but that's certainly going to heat things up. Hilal Ahmed timing it nicely to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. After 3 overs, Czech Republic 18 for 1. 18 for 1 after 3 overs. Here we are on the Chateau field in Vinoř in Prague. Honey Gori, the batsman facing. He hasn't quite connected with anything too devastating so far. We're sure he's round the corner. He does like to face some spin. He just prods that first delivery. Takes a good look. Just prods it to mid-wicket at .4. Can't see him prodding it too many today. It looks like some handy left arm spin. Very, very short run up. It's a walk up and the bowler's ready before the batsman. It's a BR with his left arm spin over around the wicket to Honey Gori. So that's 3 prods in a row and that's 3 dot balls in a row. This left arm spin just speared in at leg stump, middle and leg each time. Surely Honey Gori is not going to prod 4 in a row, but the bowler's just brought a fielder in from short third man into second slip. And he floats this one, but that's too much air. There's no prod. Oh, and there's a valiant effort on the boundary. but he only manages to just tip it around the post. That was an excellent diving effort from the fielder at long on. Good effort, boss, good effort. Boss, it's still early morning, save your fingers. So follows up the full toss with probably the delivery I was looking for. The previous ball, it was slightly floated, and this one was at a good length on middle stump. Honey backed away to cut on middle stump, and that's... Oh, we didn't think that would last for very long. And somehow, the ball has just missed the stumps. I didn't think that Honey Gory would be able to bat out and over without having a full-blooded slog. But I think honours go to the spinner in that over, and it's nice to see the batsman acknowledging that Honey Gory really did not fancy the left-arm spin of Beer, and there's a nice fist bump at the end of the over to acknowledge the battle between bat and ball. That's the type of play we like to see at Pepsi Cup Prague 2019. Brought to you by Pepsi. Czech Republic A are 22 for 1 after 4 overs. That was an excellent over of good quality cricket between Beer, the left-arm spinner, and Honey Gory, the key man for Czech Republic A team. Czech Republic A haven't got off to a fly by any means. Mad Dogs will probably be quite content with this start. Czech Republic A 22 for 1 after 4 overs. Chasing 111 versus Mad Dogs Cricket Club from New York. We see some left. We see the ball just left. It's a curious thing to see. Right arm round the wicket. Off spin. First ball was cautiously left. Second ball marched too short. But Hilal finds the fielder long on, not quite getting the timing on that. Honey Gory is on strike now, and again curiously just prodding at the spin of Michani. You would have thought a slog to leg is not too far away. He did back away. Only manages to hit it straight to long off. It certainly looks like Honey Gory is just getting a little bit frustrated, just finding the field is a bit too much for his liking. Michani started off pretty well here. Almost an R. Ashwin type of action. A very short run up. Only a couple of steps and right into it. Doesn't give the batsman much time to settle, but Hilal tried the slog to leg. Didn't quite get hold of it, but a couple of fielders square leg mid-wicket who are pretty close together. Ball just lands just a couple of paces in front of square leg, who collects it and prevents a single. That was a very quick over by Nichani. And Mad Dogs continue to limit the Czech Republic A. It's the last over of the power play. Czech Republic A 24 for 1 after 5 overs. And here's the battle, which was particularly interesting last over. And I think his left arm spinner, a Beer, fancies the chances against Honey Gory. And there it is, the slog to leg that I was just talking about. It wouldn't be very long before Honey Gory looked for that shot. I thought Abir just drifted onto leg a bit too much in the last over, and that one was well tossed up, floated right in the arc of Honey Gory to have a free swing, really. He was a bit flatter in the last over when he was bowling to leg, so he probably could get away with that a bit more, but tossing it up on Honey Gory's leg stump during the power play with just a long on and long off back gives him pretty much a free swing to the short leg side boundary. As we have a momentary lost ball. And that was the first ball of the over. Ball has been found and retrieved. This could well be the key over in the match. Honey Gory is going to go for it. He knows it's the last over of the power play. Sorry.
बैट शीट हो जाए या इससे बैट को बंद करने के लिए वो धागा तो कुछ नहीं बैट शीट नो बैट शीट आप बैंडेज ऐसा कुछ हो जिससे आप बंदा मतलब बंद कर सकते हो बैट बंदे को नहीं
Okay,
बैट के लिए कुछ ऐसा हो नीचे से कुछ ऐसा
Bandage like this.
नहीं वो इस तरह का लाइक
Yeah, I don't think it will help though. Just hold 1 minute.
Hey, 1 minute, I'll be sure. Like that.
Hello everyone, this is Chateau joining this live, and now it's been already 6th over, thus this is 6th over, and the first ball is 6, and we have the players all set for the next ball, and here we are. The second ball of the 6th over, and it's a misfield.
What do you want me to do?
Take the back. Where did he hit the second 6? I didn't see him.
It's in first ball.
Czech Republic A, 37 for 1 after 6 overs. And that's another big shot from Honey Gory. Just lands on the bounce to long off. Moshi, good to see you, brother. How are you doing today?
Good.
Chasing,
Half it out.
chasing the Admiral.
How about
Admiral Lord Nelson. Oh,
Hi.
good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Moshi, you good, mates? All set for. Shorts is ambitious today, I have to say.
Very
And
optimistic.
sunglasses as well.
And there's also sun cream on.
Oh yeah, when I came yesterday, I thought.
I know where I saw you. After that tournament, Chrissy's tournament at the school in
Yeah.
Hitchcock. Yeah, I was umpiring you there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
I saw you.
He's our commentator now.
Yeah.
He's doing a very good job as well.
We gave you some award or other, didn't we?
Yeah,
Player-
well, we won the tournament, and then I got like some player of the tournament.
Player of the tournament. Yeah.
I got some player of the tournament award, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some award, only
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that I was the best in the whole world, yeah. Alright. It was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you fancy doing today then, Moshi? How did you sleep, okay?
Yes, that's fine, better than before.
Good. You fancy doing a bit of commentary?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where Terry's gone, but we could... Santosh, do you want to do any commentary? Or maybe we try?
Good morning.
Yeah? So, do you want to get something to eat? Have you had your breakfast?
Yeah. I'm gonna go for a drink.
Okay. Can you get me a coffee, please, Moshi? Santosh, do you want something?
No, no.
Just ask for a cappuccino. Ask, get one for Santosh as well, please.
Two cappuccinos.
Yeah, he'll like one. Thank you, Moshi.
Oh,
What happened in that match?
They scored in 8 overs, 76.
So who won?
Doha.
Doha. And they beat Winterthur. Yeah, Winterthur. As we receive news from the first match on the Banks field of the day, where Doha had beaten Winterthur very convincingly, chasing 76 in just 8 overs. So we see Honeygory on strike again. We know he likes to spin, and there's a ball which is just cleared very straight along off. It's taken a while for Honeygory to get into his stride. He's been very tentative so far today. Very tentative so far today, and it's been either block or bash. It's been a dot or 6 from Honeygory. He fancies a spin, and that's another 6. That's another 6. Mind the windows. Mind the windows. You can't say I didn't warn you. Do not bowl spin into Honeygory's arc. The Mad Dogs from New York would be mad to continue this line of bowling. Leg side spin into Honeygory when you've got a short leg side boundary. The game is at huge risk of blowing away in this gentle Prague chilly breeze at this rate. Meanwhile, what did he want?
I need a full box for the whole team.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have a slight delay. I'll bring the newest member of our commentary team, Santosh. It's Santosh's 3rd day in the Czech Republic. He's come here from India to study, what is it, Santosh? Information management?
Information system management. Masters in Information System Management, and it is good to be here in Prague.
What do you think of the cricket scene so far in Prague? I know it's your 3rd day outside India completely.
Yeah, actually there's a lot of difference. In my country, India, they used to play in street crickets. I used to play street crickets. but my first time in a ground watching a live match like this, and it's also the weather is super cool here. Yeah, it's good to be here.
So what are you enjoying about Prague so far, Santosh?
Actually, I have reached 2 days before, and first day I went for migration, and this is my second day outside of my dorms for the first time. So I think this is the first place I've ever seen in Prague after my visit over here.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you with us.
It's my pleasure too.
It's a pleasure to have guests with us from all over the world. Of course, we have a team who've come all the way from India as well, Sledgehammer,
Yeah.
perennial champions. As the slight delay continues, as we look for Honey Gory's lost ball. I fear there may be a few more lost balls if they keep on bowling to Honey Gory in this arc. 13 runs off the over so far with 2 balls to come. What do you think about Honey Gory's batting so far, Santosh?
He's doing well and lost 2 balls. And I could see the sixes in last 2 balls. So I think if you keep on batting like this, they will easily win the match.
See another ball from Ray. Oh, that's tossed up again. You cannot bowl there. He has got away with that one. That looked very juicy. And I think Honey Gory agreed with that. Just wonder if his slight arm injury affected him a little bit with that big swing. That's it again tossed
And
up.
that's a huge...
Again, you cannot bowl there. And that is hit as straight as a die to the shortest part of the ground. So Honey Gory finishes with a couple of 6s and a 4 off that over, which puts the momentum firmly back in favour of Czech Republic A. A couple of overs ago, Mad Dogs would have been pretty happy with progress. That wasn't a wide though. They didn't give a wide, did they?
But here it's as much as
Yeah. But there were only 2 balls anyway, so they didn't
Yeah.
have to go. So they couldn't have been a wide. Oh dear. Oh god. The scoring's messed up, isn't it? I'm a bit surprised that they didn't continue with Nichani's bowling against Honey Gory, the left arm spinner, who looked like he was in a good battle with Honey Gory.
Yeah.
And just taking him off, Honey Gory didn't seem to fancy playing him so much, and the only ball he managed to hit was a full toss. Anything that pitched, he wasn't quite fancying. Czech Republic now 60 for 1 off 8 overs. So we see the right arm round the wicket. Nichani was the guy from that end, the other guy was Avira. So a couple of balls in a row, just cut to point there. It's a good inquiring line, just in or about off stump from this right arm off spinner. The field is of course set back after the power play. How do you think Mad Dogs can get back into the game, Santosh?
Actually, well, I think if Sigori has keep on the progress the same way, Czech Republic will win the match.
Just 2 runs off that over helps Mad Dogs a little bit. I think they need wickets, though. They really need Honey Gory's wicket, and that could trigger a collapse, is what Mad Dogs will be hoping. And now we have more spin to Honey Gory. Czech Republic a 61 for 1 after 9 overs. This is a bit short of a length. Just miscued down to long on for a single. Bilal on strike now. Honey Gory back on strike. First couple of balls have been on the leg for the spinner. They have got a couple of fielders on the leg side boundary for that heave to leg, but you've got to think that if Honey Gory connects with one on that short leg side boundary, those fielders are going to become obsolete as the right arm spinner comes into bowl. Honey Gory was looking for that. This one skewed along the ground to deep mid wicket.
Please keep doing those short videos.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
They were really, really good yesterday.
Okay, well,
really, really nice.
Uh,
I've got my camera, my phone, Terry, whenever he gets back. Okay. Shoot them on that, and then use my data to upload them. Then we're not going to hopefully run out of data on them.
I think it should be okay because we're trying to keep, if we keep them really short, like 10, 20 seconds, well, probably like 20 to 30 seconds, it should be okay, right?
Yeah, still use my phone and use the because it's an iPhone as well. The camera's not great, but it's
okay. So if like maybe last over of the games, if you drop your phone off here, then
okay.
Moshi, Minal will do the interviews.
Perfect. So Moshe, find Terry.
Terry's gone to the.
Oh.
And that's a great catch at long on. The juggle. We know Honey Gory was looking for that. Just didn't quite have the power, had the elevation, not quite the distance. And that was the key wicket that the Mad Dogs from New York were hoping for. Juggled at long on. I like to see a juggle. I noticed the fielder was wearing sunglasses there. A bit ambitious wearing sunglasses today in the field. Honey Gory just saying that he towed that. As we see the customary huddle and woof from the Mad Dogs cricket team from New York City. Hey, after that one, Chris said we have to do the interviews from his phone. It'll help with data and things. Okay? So in the last over of the game, Chris will drop his phone off here, and then we do the interviews by his phone. So ideally between... Okay, fine. So between you and Moshi and me, we'll do it.
But I can do it on my phone. Why do
No,
you
but
think
it's for like data and purposes and that sort of thing. Uploading. Chris said it's better.
Okay.
Chris said just do it from his phone. So Terry's got Chris's phone. So last over of the game. Actually, even now that we have his phone now, whoever's not doing anything, actually, you know what, Washi, before anything, because you know that first game's already finished. So if you guys go and
Hey guys.
So, Washi, do you want to go with me now and do some interviews?
Okay, yeah.
You come on commentary a bit later, just get warmed up with things. The first match was quite one-sided.
Oh, you can take video.
He said use the data.
93-93.
Welcome back, Healy!
93, 3 comes. Right there.
Czech Republic now 71-2. We come to the end of the 11th over, and Nichani bowling his right arm round the wicket off spin, which is just cramping the batsman. Well, the batsman wasn't cramped by that one at all. Creates some room, smashes it straight past the bowler for 4. Relieves just a little bit of that post-wicket pressure.
Morning, Nishant. Czech Republic probably not going along as quickly as they would have liked to. I know that before the innings started, they were hoping to have already gotten the runs by this stage.
That does seem rather ambitious, but Honeygory just didn't seem like his usual self. Just a quick chat after that wicket. He did mention that his arm was still bothering him a little bit.
You think that was restricting his shot stroke?
Yeah, that's what it seemed. He just wasn't very confident in his arm. He said that the doctor who helped him save his innings probably helped win Czech Republic the game.
Well, I suppose everyone in the Czech Republic should be buying that doctor a beer then.
Oh, as that just eludes the short cover fielder. I don't think anybody wants to catch today, Terry. It is certainly too cold to catch the ball.
Not anymore. It's warmed up lovely. It was very nippy this morning. Anyone who wasn't actually active in the match was rugged up and often trying to keep their extremities
And that's why I didn't fancy being out there today, Terry. The fielder at mid-wicket has just worn one that could have gone anywhere. As I said yesterday, we haven't seen too many bobbles. The ground has improved thanks to the tireless work of many of Czech Republic's cricket denizens. And I like to see this, some pressure on the new batsman. Oh, what pressure, what pressure. The ball tossed up there by the right arm off spinner. And it is absolutely smashed to cow corner by Sabawoon.
Sabawoon had very clear intentions with that delivery. While the bowler was still coming in, he made it very obvious of what he intended to do.
And slightly fuller turns it into a leg side full toss that looked much too juicy. Sabawoon hits it much squarer this time. And we have the man of the moment himself,
Shit.
Honey Gory.
Honey's just discovered that he got out on 49.
It's so sad.
There you have it from the man himself, 49 off 36. Usually I'm told that Honey Gory has 100 runs by that time. Only the 4 sixes from Honey Gory today. Brings his average down to about 78 over the past few weeks.
Yes, he is a little disappointed with himself, the fact that his strike rate was only 136. But as you'd already said, he was carrying a bit of a muscle strain. So those of us who've seen a full fit Honey Gory in action will know that strike rate of almost double that is not out of the question.
And Mad Dogs have just lost the plot in the last 10 minutes or so. The wicket of Honey Gory brought about a little bit of optimism, but it's been rather short-lived. We've had a period of a few too many floaty full tosses, and they've been duly put away by the Czech Republic A team. Czech Republic A team now 90 for 2 after 12 overs. That is 90 for 2 after 12 overs. Was that good to you? And Czech Republic.
I think Richie would be proud of that, yes.
Speaking of which, Czech Republic need just 22 runs to win.
22 required.
Oh, that was exciting. How many overs?
It's quite poetic that they require 22 when they are chasing 111.
I don't know what sort of poetry you Aussies read. I didn't know you Aussies read, to be fair. And that's gently tucked towards the leg, but it just gained speed. It looked like it was a very gentle tuck, but it started racing away, absolutely racing away.
That is because that ball was hit directly towards the Chateau field dimple, a little depression out towards the boundary, just to the camera's right, that slightly lower than everywhere else on the field, and normally will allow shots even as gentle as that to reach the boundary, but not on this occasion.
So we see Sabawoon off strike again, moves towards offside, fakes to hit to leg, the bowler follows him, and it is expertly threaded once again from Sabawoon, this time between short third man, who is quite wide, and backward point. That was a lovely shot. 2 runs.
His name is Abir.
Yeah. I didn't say his name.
No, I was pointing out.
Oh,
His
okay.
name is Abir.
Oh, yeah.
Abir continuing from the Chateau end.
I do think that Mad Dogs had an uphill task defending this 111, but their best chance of making the game tight was getting Honeygory out early. Abir only bowled 2 overs to Honeygory, and both of them seemed like they were troubling Honeygory. He's varying his pace very nicely. The batsman hasn't managed to put him away too badly at all. And again, beautifully varied. That was honing in towards the top of off stump. The batsman on that occasion, Hilal, just probably too full to cut, but I can understand why he attempted that shot. It was a really nice change up, pace and length.
Mm-hmm. The bowler did everything he could to try to create a chance. The chance was created, but no movement from the wicketkeeper at all to attempt to take the catch. The bowler was not particularly impressed.
Let's wait a bit.
Czech Republic now 2 for 97, 13 overs having been completed. With only 14 runs needed, will Sabawoon look to finish it here? That dot ball is not going to get him closer. Another dot. Hilal Ahmad at the non-striker's end was very keen to get on strike, but Sabawoon sent him back. Probably a very correct call. And it certainly looks like Sabawoon has no intention of trying to get all of those 14 runs this over, as we've had 3 dot balls. A reverse. That was horrendous.
I think you may have spoken too soon there, Terry. Sabawoon, not known for his patience. He's got a very solid base, and he walks to off again, and he smashes to leg. He loves that shot. He absolutely loves that shot, and on this occasion, that was right into his arc, and it's cleared the boundary for 6. It's cleared the longest boundary on the field. Sabawoon, I think it's fair to say, a very gifted, natural athlete, and a real talent for Czech Republic.
It was a great shot. He does play that shot very well, which is why it poses the question of why on earth he was considering a reverse to the previous ball.
With a player like Sabawoon, try not to ask too many questions and just let him do his thing. Once you put too much information to his head, he ends up doing funny things, like playing reverse sweeps when probably wasn't the shot that was on.
I think you've nailed it there. When I was over there, I was having a look and a listen. Could barely hear you. Okay, yeah. So, exactly as you said to Moshe yesterday. Yeah.
Czech Republic A are 104 for 2 after 14 overs. They need just 7 runs to win off. It will be a very important victory for Czech Republic A team as the sun starts to bathe Vinoř cricket ground. I'm sure everybody will be welcoming it. Sabawoon has really accelerated. He's on 28 off 16 balls. Hilal Ahmed has anchored the innings with 23 off 28. Sabawoon jumping to the offside, and that's a huge heave. I can't say that he's connected with it fully, and it's just plugged in the outfield a little bit. They just pick up the 1 run. I think it's fair to say that Sabawoon has one strength as a batsman, and that is hitting to leg. He absolutely loves that area.
A little bit of a mix-up with the running there, but Hilal does get through. Sabawoon also wanting to steal a second. Bit of sharpish bounce from that delivery. Hilal did quite well to fend it away. But Sabawoon back on strike, and as Nishant said, he'll probably be looking to go leg side again.
Well, not sure how to explain that delivery. It didn't look like a terrible shout, to be fair, because Sabawoon, like I said, is getting to off so much. He is a huge LBW candidate, so anytime it hits this pad, it's got to be close, and this is an unusual way of stepping to off. Almost stepping diagonally back and across his stumps.
He'd stepped so far across that he was actually on the edge of the offside of the wicket. He hadn't moved that far on the previous ball, but he had most clearly moved past the stumps. That one's not gone past the stumps. That one's smacked straight into them. The bowler has given Hilal a little bit of a send-off as well. I don't think the umpire actually noticed that. That was a bit untoward. And with the departure of Hilal, coming into bat for the Czech Republic is the now holder of the equal fastest century scored in T20 international cricket, Sudesh Wickramasinghe. He got the equal fastest century just last week in Romania, playing against Turkey. He's not going to be able to get anywhere near 3 figures in this innings, but we should be expecting some fireworks.
I get the feeling that Sudesh will want to finish this with a 6. And so will Sabawoon. Right on medium pace into Sudesh and beaten. That was fairly skiddy and just slipped through Sudesh. He picked that up very late. It was well past him once he played the shot. Narrowly just missing off stump. We thought the game would be over, but Mad Dogs fighting like rabid dogs right until the very end. Czech Republic A 107 for 3 after 15 overs. Just need 4 runs to win.
The fight shown by both sides is very understandable, as the loser here will have played 2 and lost 2, meaning they are completely out of contention for the upper semi-finals. Sabawoon on strike. Will he get the boundary to bring up the win?
Once again Sabawoon stepping to off, and that is a tough way to end the match. Just a little bit of a bobble, a little bit of diving over the ball from the Mad Dogs, as Czech Republic A wrap up this win by 7 wickets. With 29 balls, to spare a convincing victory for the Czech Republic, a second national B team against Mad Dogs Cricket Club of New York.
A good win there for Czech Republic A. That will put them in good stead for their third and final group game, which will be at 3 p.m. this afternoon against the Canadian Hawks. We will be showing you that game live, as I said, from 3 o'clock. But before then, in approximately half an hour, we will have another match for you featuring Sledgehammer Cricket Academy from India.
I thought they were playing Canada.
I thought this was Czechs again from here against the Canadians.
At 3.
Maybe Sledgehammer playing Canada.
11:30.
No, not like that. No, they are playing back to back. Check Canada now, then Sledgehammer Mad Dogs.
I didn't know that because I'm umpiring.
Apologies. In half an hour, we will have that Czech versus Canadian Hawks game. Tune in 30 minutes, and then at 3 p.m. will be Mad Dogs versus Sledgehammer. Goodbye from Vinoř for now, and we will hopefully be talking to you in 30 minutes. So then that will sound like we're hoping that they will tune in. For us, it's hoping.
So now we stop the stream.
Yeah, just stop the stream, maybe, yes.
Oh, new subscriber. Haven't had one of those in a while. Saba.
OBS. I know.
Either way.